A heartbreaking scene of a 5-year-old girl with teary eyes standing alone on the wooden porch of an old Montana farmhouse at sunset, tightly clutching a worn stuffed rabbit, watching a car disappear down a long dusty road. Golden hour lighting, emotional, cinematic, photorealistic, wide shot, close-up of a sad 5-year-old girl on the porch, eyes full of hope and confusion, holding her stuffed rabbit. Soft warm sunset light on her face, rural Montana farm background, emotional storytelling. An old kind grandfather with weathered face and gentle blue eyes placing his calloused hand on the shoulder of a 5-year-old sad girl on the farmhouse porch, comforting her as she looks at the empty road. Melancholic atmosphere, cinematic, 5-year-old girl sitting on the steps of an old Montana farmhouse at dusk, looking into the distance with lonely eyes, stuffed rabbit beside her, soft purple sky, emotional and quiet moment. Photorealistic. Young girl milking a cow at dawn on a rural farm, taught by her grandfather, soft morning light, peaceful yet bittersweet farm life, cinematic rural Montana, a lonely 5-year-old girl standing in a wheat field on a Montana farm, wind blowing her hair, looking sad toward the horizon, golden sunlight, emotional childhood scene, school playground scene, young girl being asked about her parents by other kids, she looks down sadly, rural school in Montana background, soft natural light. 10-year-old version of the girl helping her grandfather on the farm, carrying a bucket, both smiling faintly, warm afternoon light, heartwarming yet melancholic, teenage girl sitting on the fence of a red barn at sunset, looking thoughtful, Montana countryside, cinematic emotional portrait, montage style, split image showing 5-year-old abandoned girl on left and 25-year-old woman on right, same porch. Emotional comparison, dramatic lighting. 25-year-old beautiful woman with long brown hair standing in front of an old red barn on a quiet Montana farm, sad nostalgic expression, weeds growing in the garden, late afternoon golden light, cinematic, the woman walking toward the empty old farmhouse, carrying a small bag, farm looks smaller than she remembers, dusty road, emotional return scene, photorealistic. Interior of old Montana farmhouse kitchen after grandfather's death, half-full coffee cup by the sink, reading glasses on table. 25-year-old woman touching her grandfather's old chair in the living room, tears in her eyes, warm but melancholic interior lighting, emotional, wide shot of the 160-acre Montana farm at sunset, red barn needing paint, leaning fence posts, woman standing small in the landscape, feeling of responsibility, the woman sitting on the porch steps at twilight, looking at the empty fields. Reflective and sad expression, cinematic blue hour, close-up of the woman's hand holding the old house keys. Background shows the weathered farmhouse, mysterious atmosphere, 25-year-old woman standing inside the quiet house, touching old family photos on the wall, soft natural light, deep nostalgia, exterior of the old gray weathered shed 50 yards from the house, heavy padlock on the door, woman staring at it with curiosity and hesitation, morning light, woman approaching the locked shed with the ring of keys in her shaky hand. Tense anticipation, rural farm background. The woman finally opening the old shed door, sunlight streaming in with floating dust motes, mysterious and dramatic moment, photorealistic, inside the secret shed, walls covered with hundreds of photos of the woman from childhood to adult, newspaper clippings, timeline strings, investigation board style, shocked expression on her face, close-up of the woman sitting at an old wooden desk in the shed, surrounded by folders and documents, eyes wide in disbelief, dramatic side lighting. Wall in the shed filled with photos of her young parents looking happy. One photo shows mother pregnant, emotional discovery, warm and cold mixed lighting, the woman reading old court documents labeled custody battle, hands trembling, tears forming, intense emotional close-up, private investigator reports and surveillance photos scattered on the desk, woman looking shocked, dim shed interior with ray of light. Handwritten letter from mother to grandfather, the woman holding it with tears falling onto the paper, soft dramatic lighting, timeline on the wall starting from her birth certificate 1998 to 2003, woman tracing it with her finger, realization moment, the woman discovering the metal box with her name on it at the bottom of the filing cabinet, curious and nervous expression. Opening the velvet pouch revealing mother's wedding ring, woman holding it gently, emotional catharsis in the shed.